So please lie in any way that's comfortable for you. But if you prefer to remain sitting, or if you want to lie on a sofa or a bed, that's also fine. But just think about lying. So, because what we're going to be doing is exploring feeling and sensation in the body. So our session this morning is all about somatic or embodiment yoga, and it's kind of making friends with and coming into the body. And as I said in the Zoom link that I sent out, very often if we're ill, fatigued, we're not in our body, we're in our head. And we might actually metaphorically be, a mile away from our body. But it's very important that we do make a kind connection to our body. And one of the things I just wanted to explore to start with is because it's about boundaries. And I use that word from my own experience of having ME, that boundaries can be very hard for those of us with these conditions. And, it's all about being able to feel our body, because our body tells us and gives us messages about when to say no and when enough is enough. And our body also gives us messages about how our nervous system is. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to be exploring. But first of all, I'd like to invite you to find or create a safe resource. So this might be a place in your body where you do feel safe. So for some of us, it might be the breath. For others, the breath is too overwhelming. Or it might be a picture in your head of a loved one or a relative or a friend or a pet that you can bring to mind if ever you're not feeling safe. Or it might just be touching the floor or feeling that you are on your mat. So just start by thinking about a safe resource that you can bring to mind if you need to, somewhere on the body or something in your mind that you can bring your attention to at any time if you don't feel safe. Although hopefully in this session, you will feel safe. So I'm going to invite you, and you don't have to close your eyes if you don't feel comfortable with that, but I'm going to invite you to start by just seeing if you can inhabit your body. And if you can't, that's also okay. And see if you can observe how it feels at this moment. And most importantly, can you make this observation without judgment? And then we're going to move to the feet. Feet are always a good place to start. So just see if you can observe your feet. Think about any vibration you might feel there. Any sensation. And maybe texture. So maybe you're wearing socks or maybe you're not, but just see if you can feel any texture, or just feeling the skin, feeling the heel or the sole of the foot against the floor. So if your legs are out straight, you might be feeling your heels. If your knees are bent to support your back, you might be feeling the soles of the feet. And just observe the sensation of the support where your feet are resting on. And then see if you can observe the shape of your feet. Any movement there. And making this observation without judgment, but you are doing your best to inhabit your feet, exploring any sensation in your feet. And if at any time this is too much, you just bring your mind or your awareness to your safe resource. And then from this, just ask yourself a reflective question. And the reflective question is, what does my body need now? And that doesn't mean you have to do anything or you have to answer the question. It's just, again, it's an exploration. What does my body need now? And then think about your connection to the earth. And you can do that through the support that you're lying on. Just think about whatever you are lying on, embracing you and holding you. And now take your awareness away from your feet and bring your awareness to your hips and your bottom. So think about the tailbone, the base of the spine. And again, just observing sensation, any vibration there. And if you can't feel it, that's okay too. But if you can, just observe into any texture or movement around the base of the spine. And then if your knees are not bent, just bend your knees. And then think about these 2 points, the feet, the soles of the feet, and the base of the spine. And then have the hands down beside the hips, palms face down. And we're just going to make tiny rocking movements, remembering everything is an invitation. If you'd rather remain still, that's fine. But we're just going to push slightly on the feet to lift the tailbone just a little bit off the mat and then come back. So it's just like we're rocking the tailbone up and down, just to help actually feel more into the base of the spine. And then relax down. And then cross the arms over the body. So you've got one hand going to the opposite shoulder as if you're giving yourself a hug. We're just going to rock gently from side to side, feeling the shoulder bones, the shoulder blades, the back as you rock. Feeling the balance on one foot, then the other as you go from side to side. So as you go to the right, you've got slightly more pressure on the left foot. As you go to the left, the pressure comes to the right foot. And just do that very softly and slowly to soothe your system, and then come back to center. Rest the arms down beside the body, palms turned up or down. Just lift the tailbone to adjust it. And then just feel the weight of the head. And then very slowly, as slowly as you can, roll the head to the right. Come back to center. Roll the head to the left. And observe the opposite side of the neck as you roll. And then center the head. Bring your awareness now to the palms of the hands. And just as we did with the feet, feel the texture. Maybe it's your mat or the floor under your palms. Feel any tingling, any sensation. And then just gently lift the right palm up from beside the hip and drop it back down. And then lift the left palm up and drop it down. Just do that 2 or 3 times just to feel into your hands. So the movement's helping you to become more embodied in your hands. And then relax the hands beside the hips. Bring your awareness back to your feet. And then we're going to lift the right foot and slightly stamp it back onto our mat. Lift the left foot, stamp it back onto the mat. Just do that 2 or 3 times to each side. Again, it's helping us to feel into our feet. It's helping with this concept of embodiment. And then observe the feet, the palms of the hands, and the base of the spine. And choose one of those points where you feel really connected, where you can feel into. So that's either the feet, the base of the spine, or the palms of the hands. And then bring your awareness to the breath. And on every out breath, feel that you are letting go through the point that you have chosen. So just feel yourself release and relax on every exhalation through one of those 3 points. Because another thing about somatic experience or embodiment is it helps to release stress from the body, because it means we're not carrying all the stress hormones around. We can finally actually let them process. So just let that release happen on the exhalation through one of those points. Remembering to come back to your safe resource if at any time you're feeling overwhelmed. If the mind wanders, come back to the point that you've chosen and the exhalation. And don't judge yourself if your mind has wandered. That's what minds do. And then leave that point now and leave the breath and see if you can widen your awareness to encompass the whole body. So just observing the whole body. And observe, as well as the physical body, the mind and the emotions. And just see if you can allow them to be as they are in this present moment without too much distraction. And obviously, any point you need to, you can come back to your safe resource. So this is what we call titration. So for some people, particularly if they've had a history of trauma, being in the body can initially feel overwhelming. It might feel painful. It might feel very anxious. And all of this is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But if it's too much, we just bring our awareness to the safe resource that we chose at the beginning of the practice. Because the body is very wise. And when we learn to begin to listen to it and inhabit it, It has amazing wisdom and intuition for us. So we're just going to do our breathing practice now. So take one hand to the heart, the other to the belly. And if it's comfortable for you, just breathe into the hand that's on the belly. So the hand on the heart isn't moving too much. We're encouraging the breath to be a little bit lower. So we're using the diaphragm. And if you can, allow the breath to be a little bit slower and through the nose. But whatever you do, don't strain or force anything. Everything is gentle. So if at any time you need to return to your natural breath, that's fine too. And then just focus on the out breath. And then for the next 5 breaths, again, this is an invitation. If you would like, just hum the breath out. So we're going to inhale through the nose. In your own breathing rhythm, your own pitch. 3 to 5 breaths. And then bring your fingertips and just massage around your jaw to help your jaw soften. This is often where we hold our tension. And again, as we become more embodied, we notice where there is tension and we can release it. If we're not in our bodies, we don't know where it is that we need to relax more. And then cross your hands over and just massage your shoulders if you would like. Again, with the stress response, we tend to carry our tension in our shoulders. And we can give ourselves a massage. And then relax your arms down beside the body. And then visualize yourself as a mountain, strong, upright. This is just a visualization at the moment. Feel the earth beneath you, supporting you. As you inhale, breathe into your mountain, feeling that you are breathing in strength. As you breathe out, relax. And then we're going to do some very gentle movement, but all the time we're focusing on this idea of somatic experiencing. So the movement we do is all about being in the body and feeling into the body. So when you're ready, take one knee, then the other over the belly. And then just rock out the spine from side to side. You can hold around the knees or below the knee or under the knee. And then come back to center when you're ready. And we're going to do some movement that works on the hips, but it also massages around the lower back. It's very simple and very gentle, but very profound. We're going to move with the breath if we can, but if you can't move with the breath, that's fine too. So take an in breath where you're at, with the knees over the belly. Breathe out. And then breathing in, just gently let the knees move away from you so the elbows straighten. And then open the knees wide. And then as you breathe out, bring the knees in towards you and then bring them together. So we're circling the hips, circling the knees rather. If you're not sure, you can look at the screen. And as you make this movement, so you're breathing in as the knees move away from you and as they part, you're breathing in as they come back together. Be aware of the massage in the lower back. Be aware that as the knees move away from you, you feel more pressure in the base of the spine. And then as the knees come in towards you, you're feeling it more in the mid-spine. So just explore that. Explore where you're feeling the movement in the spine. Just see how lovely it is to give yourself a massage in the lower spine like this. And then we're going to circle our hips the other way around. So reverse that circle. And this time just feel into the groin and the hips. Just feel that movement happening. We're just helping our hips to be a little bit more flexible. When we're tired and fatigued, often we don't move enough. And this just helps us to have a bit more movement. A bit like we're oiling the body, really. And then when you're ready, drop the feet to the mat, feet hip width apart. Have the arms down beside you, palms facing up if that's comfortable. And just rest and observe how you're feeling now from that movement and from the practice so far. Seeing if you can inhabit your body, seeing if there are any very subtle differences. Again, thinking about vibrations in the body, textures. Think about the shape that your body makes. And even if some of the sensations don't appear to be so pleasant, like pain or anxiety, see if you can not judge that or label that as good or bad. Just allow everything to be as it is in this moment. So it's almost like every sensation, every vibration in the body, you're allowing without resistance. And then when you're ready, turn the palms down beside the hips, bring the knees again over the belly. Again, we're doing some gentle movement, but always remember that if you are tired and need to rest out, so much more important that you listen to your body rather than me as an external voice. Because this is all about developing agency, learning to listen in and learning what is right. But if you do have the energy and you would like to, breathe in and just gently lift the right leg. You don't have to lift it too high. On the out breath, bend the knee back in. Breathing in, lift the left leg. Breathing out, bend the knee back in. And if that's enough for you, rest out. Otherwise, do that once or twice more to each side. But keep honoring your energy, keep honoring how you feel. Don't compete or push or please. This is all about listening in, seeing how you really feel, what your body really needs. and developing the agency to act on that. And then when you're ready, drop the feet to the mat, hip width apart. Take the arms out to the side, like a cross. Just rest for a few breaths. Breathing through the nose from the diaphragm, slow and low if that's comfortable for you. Again, asking the reflective question, what does my body need? Feeling the knuckles on the floor. Feeling the soles of the feet. Feeling the weight of the head. Again, feeling the earth supporting you. Going to do some very gentle twists now if you would like. Again, remember, listen to your body. So we're going to move with the breath if we can. Breathing in where you're at. As you breathe out, let the knees come down towards the right. They don't have to come all the way down. And then breathe in, let the knees float up again. Feet are hip width apart. Breathing out, the knees come down towards the left. Keep the shoulders aligned on your support. Breathing in and center. Breathing out, knees come down to the right, rolling the head this time to look over the left shoulder. When you're ready, inhale, center the head and the knees. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. And just take a few movements like that in your own breathing rhythm. Remembering to work in a way that is nourishing and nurturing. Remembering to rest out when you need to, not waiting for my permission, but listening to what your body needs. So when you've moved an equal number of times on both sides, come back to center. Take your arms a little closer to the body and stretch out the legs. Have the feet hip width apart or a little bit wider than hip width apart. And just rest. And focus on the pause after the exhalation before the breath naturally arises. Observe how the mind is, the emotions, and particularly the body. Feel you are still inhabiting your body from the feet, up the legs to the hips, the torso, up the arms to the shoulders, the face, the head, the back. And then you can remain resting if you like, otherwise we're going to move into a gentle bridge posture. So if you'd like to do the bridge, take away anything that's under your head, bend the knees, so the heels are in line with the buttocks, and turn the palms down. So the palms of the hands are next to the hips. And just take a moment or two to feel into the feet and the palms of the hands. And like we did earlier, we're going to lift the right foot and drop it, lift the left foot and drop it. Just do that 2 or 3 times to remind yourself what your feet feel like. And then spread your toes. Feel the broadness of your feet. Feel where they connect with your support. And then just scrunch the toes up a little to raise the arches. And then relax the feet down again. And then with the hands, spread out the fingers wide. And then bring them back to a more relaxed position. And feel the sensation in the palms of your hands. So just feeling that embodiment of the hands and the feet. And then if you would like, on your next in-breath, just begin to lift your hips a little bit off the mat. Tuck the chin in towards the chest to come up onto your shoulders. And then on an out breath, just rolling the spine back down. And if that's enough for you, then rest out. Otherwise, you can take yourself through that once more, pressing on the hands of the feet, lengthening the back of the neck, keeping the knees stable to lift, and then coming back down. And then roll to one side and stay there for a moment or two. And then if you would like, and it's okay for you, come to rest on your tummy. So as you rest, you can either fold the elbows and rest the forehead on the backs of the hands, or you can take the cheek to one side and rest the arms either side of the body. So the toes are coming towards each other, heels are falling slightly apart. And then I'd like you just to stretch the arms out in front of you and take the chin to your mat. And I'd like you just to visualize that you are hugging the curve of the earth. You are hugging the curve of the earth. And the earth is supporting you, nourishing you. And then bring your arms back to a comfortable resting position. We're just going to think about our breath. So just for a moment or two, visualize that you are breathing into your back. And visualize the breath as a color. So you choose a color that you like. I would suggest red because that's the color of the root chakra, which is all about grounding, but you can choose any color you like. You might like to choose white, for example, the color of prana as light. And as you breathe into your back, breathing out and releasing. And then bring your awareness to your belly. As you breathe in, just feel the pressure of the belly against your support. As you breathe out, feel that release. So just for a moment or two, being aware of the breath in the belly. And then when you're ready, again, bring your chin to your mat, bend the elbows and have the fingertips in line with your shoulders. Elbows are in. And we're going to bend the knees. We're just going to sway them gently from side to side. And then when you're ready, rest the legs down. Then bring the hands down towards the waist, if you can, palms are down. And then we're going to push a little bit on the hands to come up. And then adjust yourself now for our final relaxation. So come into a comfortable lying position. We're going to do an autogenic relaxation today. So as always, please use cushions under your head, your knees, eye masks, blankets, socks, anything you need to make yourself really, really comfortable. I'm just going to turn my camera off while we do the relaxation, but I will give you a moment or two just to make yourself really comfortable and to make any final adjustments that you need. So again, I invite you to feel into your body and just explore your physical being. And feel that you are as safe as you can be here in this moment in your body. But always using your safe resource if at any time you feel you need to. And I'm just going to say some words and I'd like you to say them mentally to yourself, repeat them mentally to yourself as I say them, or after I've said them. And also explore the part of the body as I mention it. So feel into your right arm. My right arm is heavy. My right arm is heavy. My right arm is heavy. My left arm is heavy. My left arm is heavy. My left arm is heavy. My right leg is heavy. My right leg is heavy. My right leg is heavy. My left leg is heavy. My left leg is heavy. My left leg is heavy. My right arm is warm. My right arm is comfortably warm. My right arm is comfortably warm. My left arm is comfortably warm. My left arm is comfortably warm. My left arm is comfortably warm. My right leg is comfortably warm. My right leg is comfortably warm. My right leg is comfortably warm. My left leg is comfortably warm. My left leg is comfortably warm. My left leg is comfortably warm. My whole body is heavy and warm. My whole body is heavy and warm. My whole body is heavy and warm. My forehead is cool. My forehead is cool. My forehead is cool. My heartbeat is calm and regular. My heartbeat is calm and regular. My heartbeat is calm and regular. My whole body breathes easily. My whole body breathes easily. My whole body breathes easily. I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. Let the mind rest and the body rest in this present moment. No future, nowhere to go, nothing to do, just here, resting. And very gently now begin to draw the awareness back into the body and just let the awareness drift around the body. Just explore where you are touching your surface and where there are spaces. Explore the sensation and texture of your clothes. And just be aware of any sounds you can hear outside your space. Any sounds you can hear inside your space. And with the eyes closed, again, that question you've asked during the practice, what does my body need? So asking yourself that question, decide if you want to remain resting or if you'd like to begin to move. And think about how you would like to move. Do you just want to make small movements with the fingers and toes, or do you prefer to stretch? Do you prefer to stay still? So really listening to your intuition and your wisdom at what the body needs. And then from that, either take action or don't take action. And if you are beginning to move, when you're ready, just roll to one side and stay there for a moment or two. And just know that when we rest, this engages the parasympathetic division of the body. And this is where healing can begin. Or in terms of yoga philosophy, this is the prana of apana, letting go and cleansing. When you are ready, come up to a comfortable sitting position. Again, this is an invitation. If you want to stay where you are, please do so. And then just take a moment to look around your space at the furniture, the ceiling, all the objects, and think about your relation to the space. Think about your position in your space. And then just sitting comfortably upright. If you again remember in the session, I gave you a visualization of a mountain. Think now as you're sitting, you might like to close your eyes for this. Just imagine that you are a mountain, so that you are lifting up to the sky from the waist up. And downwards, you have roots that go down to the earth. But see yourself as solid of the earth in your body, like a mountain, courageous and strong. And then we're going to finish with a chant. So I actually was thinking this morning about what chant we could use. And there's a lovely philosophy in yoga of the Maya koshas, which are that we are not just one body, but we are the physical body, the energy body, the mind body, the higher mind body, and the spiritual body. So today we're going to chant for Annamaya, which is the physical body. So I'm going to demonstrate it. And then if you would like to, you can do this with me. So I'm going to take my hands to my heart in prayer. I'm going to open my arms wide. And then I'm going to hug myself like this. Anamaya Namaha. So that's Anna, like the girl's name Anna, Maya Namaha. And then inhaling, join in with me if you'd like to. Anamaya Namaha. Inhale. Anamaya Namaha. Inhale. Anamaya Namaha. Once more, inhale. Anamaya Namaha. And just remain for a moment or two, either hugging yourself or you can drop your hands to your knees. So Anamaya means I'm not separate from my body. I am my body. I think before we go into higher bodies or spiritual realms, it's really important that we do this from the position of our body. We all need to be grounded. So homework for this week is to stay as embodied as you can. And every time you remember, come back into your body if you can. So that you start to feel safer. You start to feel that your body is your friend. So it's a really important part of our practice. So thank you, Christine. Thank you. So just to say thank you, everybody. It's lovely to see you here. I'm wishing you a very happy week. Lots of love to you and take care. And I'll see you soon whenever you can make it. Take care, everybody. Lots of love. Bye.